isn't that we need to go somewhere to find that. It is in us to discover. And that is the path of yoga. It's a discovery path.
Yeah. So Jay, can I just ask you one question?
Yeah.
So during the practice, when you say observe your breath,
Yeah.
what does exactly it mean, Jay? It's so what I do when I try to observe my breath, even after the 3 sets of Surya Namaskar, if I'm standing and I'm trying to observe the breath, immediately it focuses on somewhere else, on my stomach, or it's a stream of thoughts which actually comes in.
Yeah.
So how do we control that?
So 2 questions you asked. One, what does it mean to observe the breath?
Right.
And second, you observe your mind wandering, and what do we do with that? Right? It's 2 questions. The first question is, when I say observe the breath, you can either choose to observe one particular part of your body where you can feel the breath the most and continue to observe that, or you can pay attention to wherever you can feel the breath. You can feel the breath in many parts of the body. In fact, this entire body is breathing. And as we increase our awareness, we would be able to sense our breath in various parts of the body. And so you can choose where in the body you want to observe your breath. Typically, it could be abdomen or chest or nostrils, or it could be shifting between, or you could even feel if you're standing, you could even see the pressure changes on the soles of your feet as you inhale versus exhale. You could choose to pay attention anywhere. The whole body is participating in the breath. So that is what I mean by observe your breath. Does that help for the first question?
Yeah, I think the focus is missing when I observe my breath. It immediately shifts to some, when I try to observe my inhale or exhale through nostril.
Yeah.
So, for a few seconds it is there, but the next second it, focuses on my abdomen, or somewhere else it goes.
That's okay. That is okay. Allow it. As long as it's about the breath, it's fine.
Okay.
What happens is the other question you asked, that it wanders off to other things, right? It could be what you have to, do after the session, or what happened before the session, or what's for tomorrow, all kinds of things, right? And such things do happen. And when you notice that, it's okay, compassionately bring your attention back to your breath. That's all. No need to add to the negative emotions. Oh, I should have been focusing, I couldn't focus, is a burden that we don't need. If you find your mind wandering, and when the moment you notice it, begin your attention again to the breath and the effects of the breath in your body. And it could be anywhere, any one location or many locations as you scan. They're all about observing the breath. So this should be easier because you're not trying to focus on one point. You can observe the breath in many parts of the body. And as long as you are keeping it to your breath, that is okay. Does that help, Rashmi?
Yes, sure, Jay. I'll practice that.
Very good. The reason why we, just to add one more, right? The reason why I asked to observe the breath is breath always is here and now. Even though the mind has a capacity to recall from something that happened earlier, or something, it could construct what is in future. But when you're observing the breath, you are by necessity here and now, because the breath is here and now. This breath is here and now, not the previous breath, how the previous breath felt, or how the next breath is going to be. Instead of that, attending to the current breath brings you here and now, and that awareness to here and now is the practice. Any other questions, related questions or observation from anybody else? I hope you're all up for the 2-minute plank challenge, Phalaksana challenge. So this week we will all practice up to 30 seconds, holding up to 30 seconds. And next week we will go up to 45 seconds. And that is how we will keep increasing. And by the time of October, that third week, October comes, we would be reaching 120 seconds, 2 minutes. I hope we're all in for the challenge. Now, one of the reasons why I've been avoiding challenges is that it brings a certain competitive spirit to the practice, which has got some good elements to it and not so good elements to it. And so we want to be careful about not being aggressive. For example, I am asking you to hold for 30 seconds this week. So we will practice today, holding for 30 seconds. Now, if for any reason you're not able to, and it goes beyond your body's capacity, drop your knees down and go to cat posture, rather than getting aggressive and causing injuries. Causing injuries in plank should be minimal, but I don't want us to be crossing over to aggression. And since the plank posture can be practiced pretty much at any time during the day, except one immediately after eating and such, you can practice at any time. You can choose to practice at any time. So with that, let us begin. Any comfortable seated posture. Niranjana, if you could start the recording. Oh, the recording is already on. Oh, sorry about that. Is the recording already on? Yes, it is.
Yes, I just stopped the transcription only.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Eyes softly closed. Three deep breaths. Pick the part of the body where you can feel the breath the most. And gently have your awareness settle down in that part of the body where you can feel the breath the most. Could be your nostrils, throat, chest, abdomen. Relax the shoulders. If you have continued on from your work with a tense posture around your shoulders, can you let that go consciously? Use the exhalations to relax the body. Are you holding on to any tension around your jaws? Can you please relax your jaws? Keep the lips closed. Is there any tightness around your temples, forehead? Can you please let that melt down as you exhale? Unburdening and feeling lighter. And if you can smile, please bring a smile to your face. We are alive. We are miracles of this universe. Living and breathing. Being with consciousness. And with that understanding of that miraculous situation can bring a smile. Nothing else needs to change for us to be in this peaceful state with a smile. And this is our own capacity, not dependent on anything else. Palms to the heart center, Namaskaram. Tilt your head forward. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up, looking. Exhaling, palms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. One last round. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Release. Stretch your legs to the front. Dandasana. Legs together. Dandasana is legs together, toes pointing directly up. Spine as comfortably erect as possible. Shoulders relax, elbows can be bent. Place your palms or fingertips by the sides of your seat bones on the mat. Relax the shoulders, elbows pointing to the back. You're not holding your spine up with the palms are gently by the side. Now, you might find that you would have to make an effort to keep the spine straight. Keep your eyes closed and see where all you have to work to keep the spine straight with the legs together, toes pointing up, legs pressing down. 3, 2, 1. Relax the body, relax. See as if you can, however you want to sit with the legs together, relax the upper body. You might feel like rounding your back, perhaps. Now, once again, let's practice Dandasana. Legs together, spine erect. Shoulders relaxed. You might have to engage your abdomen a bit more to bring the spine erect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the upper body. Take a deep breath, exhale. Place your palms shoulder width apart, close to your seat bones, and then land your elbows down. Land your elbows down. Neck and spine, neck and chest, neck and spine in a straight line. You might have to bring the chest up a bit to bring the head and spine in a straight line. You're not dropping your head, you're just looking directly up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of the posture, relax. You might feel the posture in your neck, in your throat as well. We are preparing for Navasana posture, but slowly warming up to that. Elbows down, palms down, elbows down behind you. Keep the legs straight if you can. Raise the right leg up. Keep the knee straight, right leg up. 3, 2, 1. Release the right leg down. Left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Release the left leg down and sit relaxed. Come off. When you go down with the elbows down, and when I say raise your legs, see if you can do the micro adjustments to get the abdomen to work to raise the legs rather than your back. And to avoid that, keeping the chest up would naturally require the abdomen to do the work. Dandasana. Elbows down. Both legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs and come off the mat, relax. As much as you keep the chest up, you would have to get the abdomen to do the work. If you're not able to keep the knees straight at all, then you can slightly bend the knees. Otherwise, try to keep the knees straight. One last round of preparation, elbows down. Last round of preparation with the elbows down. Both legs up. Raise the chest up and legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the legs down. Come off the mat. In fact, as much as you slowly release the legs, you can feel the abdomen engaged even more. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now, Dandasana. Keep hands to your waist, elbows pointing to the sides. Lean back to a point where the abdomen is engaged. Right leg up. 3, 2, 1. Release the right leg down. Left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Release the left leg and relax. Take a deep breath, exhale. Dandasana. Hands in your waist. Lean back, chest to the front, abdomen engaged. Looking, your gaze is slightly up. Now lift both legs off the mat. If you need to slightly bend the knees, do that, but both legs off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and relax. Think of all of these as preparations for holding plank. Lie down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Side to side, release any tension that you might have built with the Navasana variation. Roll, release the legs and roll onto your abdomen. Palms by the side of the chest, chin down. Legs together, toes pointing to the back, chin down. Watch your breath. Where do you feel the breath now? Or where do you feel the breath the most? In Bhujangasana starting posture. Next inhalation, Bhujangasana, chin up, head up, chest up. Now press the palms and straighten up as much as you can. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make the adjustments. So seat bones are away from your palms. And seat bones You can slightly bend the knees, not a problem, but more or less even weight distribution between your toes and feet, toes and palms. Walk your palms toward your feet. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up. Release arms. Stand relaxed. Three deep breaths. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskar Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara begin. If the mind has wandered away, gently, without adding to any negative reaction, begin again. Standing relaxed if you've completed 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara. Scan your body, looking for the effects of your breathing. Instead of fixing your attention to one particular part. Scan the body from the nostrils all the way down. See where all you can feel the effects of normal breathing. And as you rest in each part, see how that part feels in inhalation versus exhalation. Three deep breaths. Vajrasana. Before we practice Phalaksana for 30 seconds, are there any questions from anybody? We want to get the posture and alignment right, because if you don't, you might cause wrist injuries perhaps, or any other possible neck. Are there any questions about, are there any particular challenges when you have practiced plank during the Surya Namaskar practice? Please unmute and ask the question. Maybe others also will benefit. Sukhasana. I'm going to describe Phalaksana, eyes closed. Just follow the instructions. Phalaksana, or a plank posture, your palms and the toes are the foundations. They are held strong. And once the palms are comfortably on the mat, fingers comfortably spread out. You don't have to have the fingers pointing directly, all the fingers pointing forward. You can spread out the fingers. And this increases or gives you a sense of even broader foundation for Phalaksana practice. Then your toes can be, your feet can be closer together or slightly apart, whichever feels comfortable. You can start with the feet close together and practice. And if slightly separating the feet or giving you a better balance and strength, you can do that. But palms are always shoulder width apart. They are neither too close. The palms are neither too close together nor wider than the shoulder width apart. Then your hips, if you allow the gravity, with the foundation being the palms and the toes, if you allow the gravity, the hips will collapse down and you will go toward more like Urdhva Mukha practice. And from Urdhva Mukha practice, we are consciously with abdomen tightening up, abdomen fully engaged, the legs fully engaged, the glutes fully engaged. We lift the hips up to a point where the head and neck and the spine and the legs are all in one straight line. in an incline with respect to the floor. The heels are going toward the back and the roof of the head is going toward the front. So as if the entire body from the head to the heels is getting stretched and held tight. Stretched and tight, with the foundation being palms and the toes. And one more point, the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are away from each other, promoting the abdomen to be engaged even more. Gently open your eyes. To make that point, stretch your arms to the front, parallel to the ground. Bend at the wrists. Slightly open the fingers. And have the palms shoulder width apart. Now, see if where the shoulders are. See if you can take the palms away a bit so the shoulder blades are going away from each other on your back. You're pulling the shoulder blades on the back away from each other, and you might sense the abdomen engaging even more. Relax your arms. Now, the neck and the spine, even in Phalaksana, is exactly like how you have the head, neck, and the spine in a straight line as if you're sitting straight. And your gaze is directly down, not to the front, not toward your feet. Your gaze is between the fingertips. And that is the Phalaksana posture. Any questions? Three deep breaths. Vajrasana. Marjaryasana, cat posture. Now come to plank posture. Let's get the alignment right first. Check your palms, are they shoulder width apart? Your hip, is it held up? Is your abdomen engaged? Is your gaze directly down? Are you looking down? Is the head coming down or coming up? Is the shoulder blades going away from each other as if you're pushing away from the mat? Abdomen fully engaged, glutes engaged, legs engaged, and that being plank posture. Drop your knees down, cat posture. If any of you want to come on the video and ask for us to check if you're doing it right, please come on the video so we can do a check. If any of you feel like if you want, see, most likely the hips are further down than you need to, or you should hold it up. If you're error on the higher side, the hips being higher, not lower, because if the hips are lower, you may not be able to engage the abdomen much at all. The hips can be a little higher than the incline line, and yet you would be able to engage the abdomen. Take 3 deep breaths. And now we will hold plank for 30 seconds. Come to plank posture. And we begin. Ten seconds. 15. 20, 25, and 30. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Relax the shoulders. We will practice 30 seconds holding this week on Wednesday also, Friday being holiday. But Friday also you should find some time to practice, or even the other days, even tomorrow you should find some time to practice 30 seconds. Before we move to 45 seconds next week, I want you to have enough practice so 30 seconds you're feeling comfortable. Right, by the end of the week, before we go to 45 seconds, practice enough to make 30 seconds not difficult for you. Any questions from anybody before we proceed? Let's do one more core strengthening postures. Let's do a low plank and then Shishulasana. Take a 3 deep breaths. Before we proceed, Shashankasana. Separate your knees and relax. Forward bend and relax. Come to cat posture. Elbows, place the elbows down, shoulder width apart. You can have your fingers closer together, or you can even have interlaced fingers, palms pressing, whichever feels comfortable for you. But please don't have your elbows wider than your shoulder width. You will make it much harder. Now bring the shoulders right over the elbows. Avoid rotating your, or avoid going to the outside of your elbows, right? When you are going into plank, see if you can keep the forearm that is down in neutral posture rather than pushing your weight toward the outer edge of your forearm on the mat. That might actually put more pressure on your elbow joint. See if you can keep the elbow joint neutral. Lift the knees off the mat and walk your feet, toes back to bring the entire body parallel to the ground. Low plank. Now the shoulder blades away from each other. Soft gaze down at the mat between the forearms, abdomen fully engaged, strong legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down, Vajrasana. Now low plank, you might find it a bit more strenuous. At least practice low plank. Shishulasana, Phalakanasa. At least for some time, even if it is not for 30 seconds. Take a deep breath, exhale. We'll practice Shishulasana, dolphin posture, which is like Adho Mukha Svanasana, excepting your elbows are down and your abdomen is fully engaged. One thing to note in Shishulasana is not to rest your head, roof of your head on the mat. Take another deep breath, exhale. Cat posture. Elbows down on the mat, shoulder width apart. Palms down. If you really feel like pressing the palms together or even interlacing the fingers, do that. Tuck your toes in, knees off the mat. Slowly walk forward, seat bones going toward the ceiling, neck, spine, and the seat bone in one straight line. Walk forward. You can keep the knees bent, not a problem. Knees bent, you can walk forward as much as you can. Lift your head and the entire body away from the mat. 5. Abdomen fully engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Vajrasana. Lying down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Side to side. Settle back down, release the legs, keep the legs together. Spread your arms shoulder height. Bend your right knee. Sutta jattarasana. Take your right foot outside of your left knee. Take your right foot and place it outside of the left knee. And slowly take your right knee toward the left side. Allow the right knee to fall down to the left side. Keep your right shoulder on the mat. Keep the right shoulder on the mat and right knee going toward the ground on the left side. Feel the twist and finally look over your right shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Bring your right foot back and release the legs. Bend your left foot, left knee, and take the left foot outside of your right knee. And take your left knee to the right side. And then keep the left shoulder on the ground and look over the left shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, release the legs. Bring the knees close to the chest. Separate your arms, shoulder height. Drop your knees toward your left elbow and look over your right shoulder. Keep the right shoulder on the mat. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the center. And next exhalation, release the knees toward your right elbow. Keep the left shoulder on the mat. Look over your left shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back and release the legs down and proceed to Shavasana. Make any final movements. Legs comfortably separated, arms comfortably separated, jaws relaxing, shoulders relaxing, abdomen and the lower back relaxing, hip joints relaxing, legs, feet. Scan the body to check where all you can feel your breath. And as you scan and linger your attention on a part, and if you find that tense, lovingly ask that part to relax. And once you've scanned the body and relaxed various parts of your body, gently bring the attention to your abdomen and observe the effects of each inhalation and exhalation on your abdomen. And if your attention wanders away from your abdomen, and when you notice that, begin paying attention to your abdomen again. That's all. Letting go of your body completely. Attention on your breath. And a relaxing breath. Relaxed posture and a relaxing breath. Cooling breath. Blood pressure going down. The whole body relaxing. The whole physiology relaxing. The mind resting, comfortably paying attention to the abdomen. And with the secure knowledge that we are alive, And it's a miracle. That we know that we are alive. We are alive right now with this breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your hands back. Inhale, exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Rub your palms. Massage your closed eyes. And gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and have a great evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.